lies.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Body Bags. I am MikeyFish Horror, and I'm your Friday host. Today is a theme week, and we're going to be doing any movie in any franchise, basically. And so, basically, we just pick a movie from any franchise and review it. I decided to go with a movie that's not as, with a franchise that's not as well known, because I don't really like doing movies that are like super well known. I wanted to go with Phantasm 2, but I was like, man, might as well do one that not as many people talk about. Maybe not like super unknown. It's like one of those movies that's so bad a lot of people know about it, but it's still a movie that is a little bit less known than, Phantasm 2. So anyways, that movie is Camp Blood. Yeah, Camp Blood, dude. Okay, so this movie basically starts off with two people. I think they're bird watching, and they're just walking in the woods, and then they end up getting down and dirty. And this woman had some nice hands. She had really nice hands, and yeah, she is getting down and dirty with her man. The man hears some stuff, and he goes and checks it out, and then gets killed by this guy in a clown mask, and then she gets chased down and killed as well. And so then cuts to a different time, and now four friends are going on this camping trip to Camp Blood. It's not called that. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but they meet up with this one guy, and he's like, it's Camp Blood, and so there's that thing going on. Anyway, so they end up going anyways after he warns them, and then they start to get murdered. That's pretty much the storyline behind Camp Blood. So, my thoughts on this movie. This movie is a movie that lets you know that you can make a movie with any kind of budget. That's one of these kind of movies. That's what this movie's all about, which is totally fine. I like movies that are super low budget. I'm cool with that. I actually prefer that. I want movies that are super low budget. I would take if I see two movies at the store and it's a movie that everyone has and I can find anywhere, or it's Camp Blood and I didn't already own it, I would buy Camp Blood because that's the kind of movie I like to watch. However, this movie, it seems like they didn't try too hard, you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't seem like they really gave a shit if it was, if they put any heart in it or anything, And so that is a big problem to me, is whenever I like low budget horror, but I like it when they put some sort of heart into it, you know what I mean? And that doesn't mean they have to take it completely serious, because sometimes when it's really low budget and they take it too serious, then it comes off as a little too try-hard. And at that point, you just need to know where you stand when it comes to a low-budget film. And it seemed like they knew where they stood, but it seemed like they didn't give a shit, and they were just like, well, it's a low-budget film, let's just not even try. And so I do have a problem with that. That doesn't mean I didn't, enjoy the film. I enjoy watching these movies. Like, it's just kind of like a personal preference of, it's really shitty, so it's a lot of fun. The location was pretty terrible. Like, they're in the woods on a trail, which is fine, but it's not like they found, like, good woods. They were just like, they went to a public trail and filmed, and it's just, like, deep, deep woods where it's just, like, you can't even see in between, like, the trees and stuff. It's just vines and stuff, and normally that kind of, you could tell it's pretty low budget, and they didn't really do any type of location scouting, which, I seem like I really don't like it, but it doesn't really bother me. The movie's funny for being so low budget, and just, it's just funny like that. It's funny without trying to be funny, basically, is the problem with it. The deaths aren't all that amazing. There is, a couple, like, where they do that with a machete, and then you hear a guy screaming, and then it shows the machete in him, when you could tell they just, cut out the piece of machete to fit on the arm perfect, which I do like effects like that. At least they didn't go the CGI route. I don't think they could have. I don't think they had that kind of money, but that's okay, because I'd much rather see a practical effect anyways, and they did that with this movie. There is a dummy death in this movie where someone gets hit by a car. That's amazing. That part definitely bumps it up a point, because that's just so much fun. There's also a scene where they're running. He's chasing this girl, and she's like running, but you can tell she's like going like 2 miles per hour. She's jogging, basically, because the guy with the camera couldn't run. He's having to like follow her like so he can't run backwards all that fast. So she's just like, and you can see him back there just waving his thing around. It's low budget. It knows it's low budget. It didn't have as much heart as I wish it would, but it's still somewhat of a fun watch. It's not great at all. By any means, it's not a great movie at all. So yeah, but I still say if you like low budget movies and you like the really, really shitty films, definitely check this movie out. I mean, I love having this in my collection. They actually just started making more movies to this. It was only 3 of them for the longest time, and now there's a ton of them. Like, I think there's 6 or 7 of them, like within the past few years. So not 6 or 7 made in the past few years, but 3 or 4 made in the past few years, and that's cool that they revamped it. So I'm pretty excited about that. I need to get the next ones. So yeah, I think there's 7 actually, because I think after it was made, they made one where they basically they just kind of jumped on that bandwagon of it and were like, hey man, this can sell some movies. So they called it It Kills or something like that. Pretty sure it was It Kills. And so, whatever. That's low budget filmmaking right there. So anyways, yeah, Camp Blood, if I had to rate this one, I'd give it about a 3 out of 10. It's nothing special, but it's definitely a fun watch if you want to laugh at some stuff. But yeah, anyways, guys, that is it for my theme week, franchise week. So yeah, cool, awesome, radical. Who picked that theme? I think it was Austin. Pretty sure it was Austin. Yeah, I think Austin picked it. Yeah, great theme, buddy. Anyways, yeah. So I'm MikeyFish Horror. Thank you for joining me once again. Come say what's up again next Friday, guys. All right, cool. See you next Friday. Deuces, guys. Later, dudes.